What's up, guys?
Hi, everyone.
So, we're here in Lake Tahoe. We're at the rec center in South Lake Tahoe. This is kind of where we do our gym time and shower.
$6 a person for a day pass, so you can shower and work out and stuff. And they have a pool if you want to go in the pool.
Yeah, it's just right over here in that building right there. It's like a campground over there. It's cool. It's big old trees, it's shady, so
Yeah, it's a good place to park the van with pets. There's plenty of shade. So.
yeah, it's nice 70s.
It's supposed to be 80 today, but it's like in the 70s now.
So we did gonna try to catch you up on some of the events we did.
That are featured in this video.
Yeah. Starting with 4th of July, we did a 4th of July Carson City Carnival thing. It was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4 days. And it was good. It was good. The 4th of July was packed. It was busy.
It was very busy that day, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people came out from all over, not just Carson City. There were some other tourists from California even that were at that event.
The following days were a lot slower. Was a lot less people there the following days. It is like, a 4-day event. So, yeah, it just dwindled off to where there was really not many people. And it was very hot. So
yeah, I think that's a little bit why. Nobody likes that heat.
And we paid to camp there. So through the event, sometimes through the events we do, we're able to pay for camping on site. And so we paid for that, and then we had our van parked there, and the sheriff's department harassed us about our van being parked there, even though we had permission to be there in the park. So I would not suggest parking in that park overnight. It's Mills Park.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, even though we had permission to be there, they were still really on top of really investigating why our van was there, and then they ran our tags, and they happened to be 3 days expired. And so we jumped on getting that all worked out, but they did make a big to-do about it. There was a drama over it because we're vending there, so we have our booth up, and we saw the cops, and we saw them walking around the carnival talking to people. We couldn't really hear what they were saying, and when they finally got to us, we realized that it was us they had been looking for, and they'd been there for 45 minutes and talked to our neighbor vendors. So that was kind of an embarrassing thing because they wanted to get to the bottom of whose van it was, and so that was a little weird. And then the ranger kind of did a similar thing where he parked behind us and waited for me to watch the van, and then sort of was like, is this your van? It's been parked here for 2 days, they're probably just trying to keep things secure, but it was still a little embarrassing the way that they handled that. But yeah, so it was that.
Yeah, I don't know why they just made a big fuss about really nothing. If you leave this park, we're gonna cite you. Is what the sheriff's department said. Just kind of weird.
Yeah, it was weird. And there's a rec center right next to that park, and we paid $4 a day.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So they have a gym in there also. It's like a community aquatic center. That's what it's called. So there's several pools. So we swam every day in the mornings. And they have a small weight facility to work out, and they have showers, community showers. So that's another thing if you're in the area, that you could pay $4 in Carson City and get a pass to work out and swim and, shower.
Yeah, so there's places, you just gotta find. Rec centers are definitely the places to find, because they do offer daily use, which is cool. They're a little pricey, but it's worth it. It's worth it if you want to shout.
Here's a little song I wrote. You might want to sing it note for note. Don't worry. Be happy. In every life we have some trouble. But when you worry, you make it double. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry. Be happy now. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy.
Yeah,
everyone. Yeah, so in the next part of the video, you're gonna see us at Washoe Lake. We camp there periodically. It's between Carson City and Reno, so it's a good location because it's not very far. It's probably 15 miles from Reno, maybe, and probably less than that, maybe 9 to 10 miles from Carson City, I'm guessing, but that's what it seems like. So it's pretty close in proximity to the places where we do events, and it's $15 a night. You do have access to a shower, and it's really, you know, there's not a lot of shade to park your vehicle, but they do have covered picnic tables that provides shade, so when you're outside of your vehicle, you're able to get into a shaded area. It's mostly sagebrush, is the, you know, so you're not really got a lot of trees. A high desert kind of environment with a lake. So Washoe Lake is really, really nice. You can swim and just spend the day. They have a beach area there. You can just kind of hang out and swim, and so we did some of that. And we were preparing this last time we stayed there for our next event, which you're going to see in this video. And it was the Reno Art Fest, and it was downtown. And so you're going to see us painting and getting ready for that, because we travel with our artwork and sometimes it gets banged up, and sometimes we decide we need to add or change some things about it before a show. So that's what we're doing. Oh, and there's wild horses. It's an inspiring place at Washoe because there's a lot of wild horses, and they're just running around, and they're beautiful, and we love horses, and it's cool to see.
Artfest. It's an event where they paint these huge murals. I don't know if they pay the artists there. I don't know, there's 4 or 5 of them, and they paint these huge murals on the Circus Hotel and Casino. And they have 24 hours to complete it. So that's pretty awesome. I mean, they were just knocking it out. And it's hot. It was so hot in Reno that weekend. You're on the asphalt, you know, right there in the downtown. So that's what I can remember of it. We did it. We were a vendor there. It's all a bunch of artists, different artists there, and there was some good art there. It was windy. It was so windy. Gosh, so we were kind of at the end. We're always at the end of these events because we're new. So, you know, all previous vendors get first dibs. So we get the end spots, and we're like we didn't have no buildings in front of us, so the wind was just ripping through our tent, and at one of these times it went right through our tent and just totally blew up the fender across from us, this tent. I mean, it just hit it. It was crazy. It was the only tent out of all the booths that were out there, and it just totally destroyed it, and it was kind of bad. It's sad. But, you know, we've been in that situation. I've known other vendors in that situation. I mean, we've lost at least 4 or 5 tents from the wind, which is like my worst enemy. I'd rather draw caricatures in the rain. I'd rather draw caricatures in the snow. It's the wind that makes it quite difficult to draw. So, yeah, but anyways, the event was cool. It was busy. They had food vendors, they had alcohol vendors, they had artists, and they had their own little art stuff too, and with the muralists that are painting out there. They also had a fire demonstration where they were doing fire artists that were doing fire. I mean, we didn't stay for that because it doesn't get dark till like 10 o'clock here in Reno. So our booth closes at 9, and I'm just tired. I mean, from 10 o'clock to 9 o'clock p.m. That's a long day. So I didn't want to stick around for the fire show and get some footage. I wanted to, but there's just no way. I'm just way too beat. And I want to get a lot more film, but we just get busy and slammed, and it's all the film I can get sometimes at these events. But the event itself was cool. The promoters and all them, they were very cool to let us do it. We're usually late when we try to book some of these events because there's just so much to do and so much to book. You know, we're just transparent to see who doesn't have a caricature artist. So the event was cool, and check out the footage.
I've been there. I see my hopes and dreams are lying on the ground. I see the sky just begin to fall. You see, all things pass into the night, and I said, oh no, sir, I must say you're wrong. Say you're wrong.
be happy.